My name's Colleen. Welcome to my channel where I'm going to talk about things that I like. Today I am talking about a thing that I have not stopped thinking about for the last 3 years, and this is Dimension 20, which is Dropout TV's actual play D&D show. When I started watching Dimension 20, I did not know anything about D&D. I learned D&D watching Dimension 20. I was just a Brennan Lee Mulligan fan and an actual fan, and I am also, importantly, a homosexual woman, and so I am going to do a thing that I have dreamed about doing. I am going to tier rank all of the lesbians in Dimension 20 as created and portrayed by Brennan Lee Mulligan. It's gonna be an absolute blast. So, let's do this. Okay, so, I gotta start at the tip top with the absolute, should I start at the beginning? I guess. What if I go chronologically? I can go chronologically. Okay, so chronologically, Tracker. The first lesbian to appear as played by Brennan Lee Mulligan in the Dimension 20 universe. Tracker is a teen werewolf, a love interest to Kristen Appleby's, as portrayed by Allie Beardsley. I was not a Tracker fan. Tracker's fine. In season 1, Tracker's fine. She is very NPC to me. She's one of the less vibrant NPCs because she was created to be Allie's love interest, and that's great. She's like fun and cool and weird. And then she does sort of rock in sophomore year. And so it took me a couple watches to like really learn to love Tracker, but I do really love Tracker. So I'm gonna put Tracker up here in very cool. Okay, so starting off very strong in the this is cool. So here, I guess I should tell. Here are my different rankings. Starting at the top, and then the second one, third, fourth, fifth. They're all great. I love lesbians and Dimension 20 and Brennan Lee Mulligan. So, moving forward, there are no lesbians as created and portrayed by Brennan Lee Mulligan in Unsleeping City, I believe. I think there are no lesbians in Unsleeping City, which is a surprise, but I can't think of any of them. And so then we have, if we're talking about chronologically as released, then we have the greatest of all time. I no bones about it. Best lesbian ever. Ida Eggfort. She just is amazing. She's perfect. She is a phoenix. She's half phoenix. She's a wizard. She's a librarian. She's autistic. She has flaming hair and is just, every time I think about Ida Eggfort, I want to cry. I love her so much. She's one of the all-time best characters, period. And also, she's a Black disabled lesbian. And she's perfect. I love Ida Eggfort. Ida Eggfort personifies God tier. So here we go. Ida Eggfort. Perfectly placed in the tier that is named after her, the Ida Eggfort tier. Moving on to Crown of Candy. So there are 3 lesbians, as far as I can tell, as created and portrayed by Brennan Lee Mulligan in Crown of Candy, which is very exciting. Spoilies for Crown of Candy, I guess. I think the first one that we meet, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Okay, I'm going to start with Lazuli, who is dead, but is cool. Archmage Lazuli of the House of Rock. We don't spend a lot of time with her, but she has like an extremely important influence on the story and is just very cool. So I'm gonna make her a celestial just because she feels like extremely cool. And then we have Carmelinda. So, Carmelinda is married to a man. Major spoilies for Crown of Candy, because Crown of Candy is Candyland meets Game of Thrones. And so Carmelinda is the wife of Lou Wilson's character and the mother of Emily and Siobhan's character, and she's a caramel lady. She is the queen of the House of Rocks. And it is revealed to us over the course of the show that though she is married to Amenthar, she was in love with Lazuli, and she and Lazuli were in love and going to be married. And then when Lazuli died, tragically, but also heroically, she married Amenthar to maintain the political alliance that was forged through her real love marriage with, they weren't married, but her love, whatever, arrangement with Lazuli. It is not made clear how Carmelinda identifies inside of this story. She is in love with Lazuli and is not in love with Amenthar. And so it is extremely possible that she is not a lesbian. But I wanted to include her on this list because I think she's very cool and underappreciated. So this is just a lesbian asterisk in terms of Carmelinda. I love her. She's so good. She gets so... Being an NPC... Being the, one NPC in the family of the PCs, I think is hard. Especially because part of her character is that she has to be the, bad cop parent because Amenthar won't do it. And Amanthar's kind of a nightmare. And so I think she gets a bad rap. And I also think that she's phenomenal. I think she's amazing. Her love story with Lazuli is so beautiful and heartrending, and she loves her children so much. And major spoilies, when she discovers the death, it is brutal. It is absolutely devastating. And I think she's just wonderful. She just is a great parent, and she's living in impossible circumstances and sacrifices herself constantly and has such a beautiful love story with the woman that she cannot be with, and so she must marry the woman she loves brother and then have children, and it's all very stressful. But I really like Carmelinda, and I think that Brennan does an excellent job with her, with maintaining this tension. And so she's celestial. Why not? She's great. I'm a big fan. Okay. And then there's a third lesbian in Crown of Candy. I guess we're making up for Unsleeping City. This is someone who is not called a lesbian inside of the story, but Brennan has said she is a lesbian, and has actually, I think, really interestingly said he wishes that he had used the label of a lesbian for her in the show. That is something he's trying to do more, but did not end up doing. And this is a person that I just like a lot. I just think she's great. She's not that important to the story, but she's badass and hot. And she's countercultural and gender nonconforming and butch. The thing about Brennan making lesbians is that he's very good at writing butch women who are not just macho women, but who are actually women who have a gender expression of butchness that is countercultural and gender nonconforming and is radically against, they're making choices that are radically against the world that they live in, and are and their butchness is a manifestation of that. And this is one of those people, and this is Annabelle Cheddar. And I don't really know where to put her because I have organized these weirdly. Because I think that Annabelle is hot. I also think that she is very cool. I also think that she is celestial in a more metaphorical, non-physical way. She's not Ida Eggfort, and that's okay, because no one is Ida Eggfort. The love of my life. She's gonna be very cool. She's just like swashbuckling, and like, look at that costume. She's made out of cheese. I mean, like, what more could you want from a woman? She loves the people that she loves. She gives up the crown because she would be required to marry a man. The depth that this man is able to put inside of butch women, I can't stand it. I love him. Okay. Moving forward. Yes, okay. Molly and Millie Mouse. I don't know why it cropped this way. Apologies. They're great. They're just fun. These are like minor NPCs in Mice and Murder. They are kitchen mice, and they're ladies who are married to each other, and they're very cute and mousy, and they're not hot because they're mice, and they're also not boring. I guess they can be cool. They're just really sweet. I don't know why it cropped that way, so major apologies to these women that I'm disrespecting. Just delights, just absolute delights. Every time you see them, they're being really cute and sweet, and just like, I love a minor NPC who is a lesbian. That's so fun. It's like, what, not important to the story, not really relevant at all, but you got lesbians. I love it. Brennan does this a lot with gay men. There are like, the lions in Unsleeping City are gay NPCs. Rog is actually just like a major NPC in both freshman and sophomore year. And I can't remember their names, but the son and the son-in-law in Mice and Murder are gay men. So he does have like minor NPCs who are gay men a lot. And it's just really nice when sometimes they're lesbians. There are also a lot of bisexuals. I just want to be extremely clear. There are a lot of bisexuals in these stories. I'm talking specifically about lesbians. But we love bisexual women. And I'm not talking about lesbians as portrayed by Allie Beardsley, although I could. Which brings us to the final lesbian. The nightmare. Absolute disaster woman. Who is Margaret's ex-girlfriend? Ex-best friend? Hard to say because they're lesbians. In Starstruck, A Space Odyssey. Whose name I have to Google because I don't remember. Her name is Lucian. I have remembered. Her name is Lucian. She's a nightmare. She's such a mess and is like there's not a lot to redeem her as a character. She's not like evil or anything. She just is like a wreck. But she's so hot. Look at that green hair and that fitted purple vest and those tight, curvy jeans. Are you kidding me? Is that a joke? What? So obviously hot. Obviously. Brennan Lee Mulligan is extremely good at making hot lesbians. And I don't understand it. None of them are boring, honestly. I love them all. I love a lesbian, and I love Brennan Lee Mulligan, and I love Dimension 20. And this is extremely self-indulgent, but just so much fun. Lesbians in Dimension 20, as created and portrayed by Brennan Lee Mulligan. Obviously, Queen of Our Hearts, Ida Eggfort. Then we've got some dope ladies from Crown of Candy with a tragic love story. But it's not tragic because they're gay, and that's important. It's tragic because of empire, and that's political. Then just like most lesbians are extremely cool. I don't know if you've noticed this. And then when they're not extremely cool, they're extremely hot. So that's what we got here. Also, this is what my hat says. Check it out. I'm gay. This is a sophomore year hat. I am so excited for Dimension 20 Fantasy High junior year. Hopefully we will get some lesbian NPCs. Hopefully we will get so much more Ida Eggfort, queen of my heart. And I can't wait. So anyway, I hope that you watched Dimension 20. Okay, bye.